Township Range. 01 identifies the plat. As I brought here, that very plat can be found in the County Plat Book 3, page 25. The next 5 digits indicate or designate block number 15. And the created block and the last 4 digits designate the lot, a riparian lot on the Gulf of Mexico. Now, ma'am, the size of that riparian lot or land parcel on the Gulf of Mexico was surveyed in 2008. That survey determined that riparian parcel to be approximately 2.5 acres in size. So you asked me to start and identify the characteristics of that riparian Gulf front property. Again, it was determined by Measurement Science Corporation, identified as L like in Lima, B like in Bravo, 7359, to be approximately 2.5 acres in size. Then we take this.
So did you submit documents ahead of time to the
for the participants to see?
Are you asking me to submit that into evidence, or are you just...
It's already in evidence, but I want to work with it.
Okay, so property appraiser received that document prior to the hearing. The property appraiser have any objection to that document being entered into evidence?
We're familiar with the document. No objection to it.
Okay, so that'll be marked into evidence as petitioner's exhibit 1, and so if you would refer to that.
I mean, this is a logistical question. How do we make it possible for you, who has to make a determination, to see this riparian Gulf front lot of 2.5 acres? I want you to examine it and draw your conclusions, because it's evidence in the file.
And let me ask you, so is this a copy that can be kept? Can I work on this, or do you need us to make a copy?
I will need you to make a copy. Like I said, everything was sent, and it's also online. All these items have been profusely published to bring Mr. Wilkinson to justice and stop his crookery and his fraud schemes, which brings us to this plat. So myself, again, Dr. Busey and Jennifer Franklin Prescott, bought this riparian Gulf front land parcel in reference to this plat. This is, as you can read, the second revised plat, CAYO COSTA, property of A.C. Rush, which was publicly recorded in 1912. It can be found in the County Plat Book 3, page 25. It says all streets, including this riparian street alongside the Gulf of Mexico, to be 60 foot wide. Now, ma'am, back to your question, where is this property? This is a residential, undedicated, private subdivision where on the CAYO COSTA Island in Lee County. Ma'am, are you familiar with the application?
No, sir, I'm not familiar with the...
Okay. So what's my point here? My point is, this is a barrier island. The sand shifting day and night while we speak. This is a production by Crook, sitting there, Mr. Wilkinson, on the very barrier island called CAYO COSTA. He totally distorts the public record. Why? Because he's a crook, and he doesn't know what he's doing. All right. Coming back to the question, ma'am. You now know where this land parcel within a private, undedicated residential subdivision is located. It's located on the Gulf of Mexico. It's located in this block, block number 15. Is there any question to you where this riparian lot 15A on the Gulf of Mexico, on COSTA Island, in the COSTA private undedicated residential subdivision is located?
No, sir, I've looked at the exhibits that you showed me.
Okay. Now what's the point here? Mr. Peterson, one of the crooks who conspire brazenly, egregiously.
Sir, you need to sit down.
I'm not trying to be erratic.
You need to get up to refer to the exhibit. That's fine. I understand that.
Yeah, he identified.
Fine. You all remain seated during the.
Yeah, I want to be clear, as Mr. Peterson, repeatedly, from multiple federal courts, has stated, this is a street. Who owns title to that adjoining platted street? This Prescott and myself. I want to be specific. Document number 5 in the so-called first case in the United States District Court, characterized by number 228. Document 5, he identified that street. Mr. Peterson, can you remember that?
So this is the point in time when you ask.
Okay.
He hasn't testified. You don't get to ask him any questions.
It might help to stipulate certain facts. As long as you stipulate the fact that this is one of the many platted 60-foot wide streets and or roadways, we have no problem. I want you to stipulate that this is a street, like any other street platted in 1912, Plat Book 3, page 25. It's critical to characterize properly and not crookedly and not deceptively what the petitioners own. They own a riparian Gulf front land parcel as platted in 1912, not as perverted and corrupted by this crook over there, Mr. Wilkinson. So it's very simple. A 1912 plat of a subdivision, which is private, undedicated, residential, with a land parcel 15A in block 15 on the Gulf of Mexico. Ma'am, you asked me the question, I gave you an answer. Is the answer clear as to what we're talking about? Because it's so relevant to expose the perversion, the egregious crookery of making this a 30 by 135 fixed boundary parcel. What a hoax! What incompetence, Mr. Wilkinson. You have no clue what you're doing. So, why, ma'am, am I talking about that? Are you familiar with this?
If you pass it down here, I can't see that far.
Okay, I'll read it to you. It says, and I understand your problem, front of that very 2.5 acre approximately